Hello and welcome to this special episode of the Gunblade Build Diary. We're looking ahead to the future and what the upgrades will be. So my main blocker at the moment is not being able to go to the makerspace because we're currently in another national lockdown. So that then I'd have access to the pillar drill and be able to drill holes in the pulley. Another major thing in the makerspace is to be able to make this new custom aluminium motor mount here for the brushless motor. I'm using this old knackered motor mount here from Gunblade 1 as a reference, so I can drill the holes. What I've also got here is some bushings. These basically reduce the friction from the pulley to the weapon shaft when it's spinning around. This is pretty standard for combat robots. In fact, even heavyweight combat robots use bushings quite often. Although some teams use bearings, so there's a bit of a trade-off there between bushings and bearings, but both effectively do the same job. This is also some of the other stuff I've got here. There's a RS main soldering iron. This one I use for the big connectors like the XT60s and XT90s. That's got enough power there to solder those up. And we've got other things here, like in the previous video we've got the prop drive motors there, the new ones, ready to put in the robot. And other items as well, which I'll show later in the video. So here we have the 125 amp fuse, which is an upgrade to the 100 amp one I currently have. This here is some of my spare old circuits where you can see the 100 amp fuse in there. The Wago connectors. I've got the old lights there, which are white power LEDs. That's the connection for the link. And here you can compare the size of the two fuses there. This connects directly to the LiPo battery. In the usual format, return is black and power is red. Effectively, I've made a circuit here that can operate from 17 to 21 volts because the voltage of the LiPo cells vary quite a bit from 100% power to 0% charge. Here we have my spare red brick ESC, which there are of a few. And once again the prop drive 50/50 motor there. I'm shown here, so it rotates reasonably freely, but the magnets are pretty strong. As far as I know, if there's too much resistance in the magnets, then there's a problem with the circuit. And moving on to the XT90 connectors. These are rated up to 90 amps, although I'm pretty sure you can go above that with these, and they still won't complain. Most of the time with the weapon running, I think the robot will be drawing about 80 amps. So these come with sleeves for extra added protection. Next up is the Wago connectors, which serve as my main junction boxes for the circuit, connecting the battery to the various components. They worked perfectly fine in Gunblade 1. Then we've got bullet connectors to connect to the new brushless motors. So the ESCs require a bit of soldering there for bullet connectors. Got a bunch of spares though with random bits in that box. And then plenty of electrical tape. I mean, by this point I've gathered a lot of tape by now. And that's it for most electronics. From all these upgrades from the previous videos, I think Gunblade 2 will perform at least twice as well as Gunblade 1. And I'm looking forward to the next event in 2021 to see how Gunblade actually performs in the arena. So that about wraps up this episode of the Gunblade Build Diary, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.